Hello everyone. Thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. Friends, there is an update about the woman who married a prophet and ended her marriage just within 3 months. She's now speaking up to explain her own side of the story. I remember this happened over the weekend, and the prophet has also spoken about what transpired. Right now, she wants to also let the public know what her own side of the story is. Usually when anything happens, before you can stand to conclude, you need to hear from both sides. And Happiness, that's the name of the lady who married a pastor she met on Facebook without even dating him, has spoken to dispute the claims that made her look like she was a bad person by her estranged husband. And Happiness said that her wedding to Divine Oko, that's the prophet, took place less than a month after they met on Facebook. And the marriage ended after only 2 months plus, not 3 months as claimed. Initially, what was out there as of last week was that the marriage ended within 3 months. But now she is saying it was just 2 months plus. She admitted that she met Prophet Divine Oko on Facebook precisely March 29, 2021, in the comment section of a post. The post had been about a man who married a woman only 8 months after they met. Happiness said she commented that her own wedding will happen just 1 month after she meets her man. She said that the prophet sent her an inbox message on March 30th asking if she was serious about marrying immediately. She replied in the comment as well. And the following day, being March 31st, on his invitation, she told him that she lived in Port Harcourt and she's from Agbo in Delta State, and she was going to visit him. She slept over when she visited him in one of his rooms in the accommodation, and the following day she told him everything about herself. Isn't this, well, this is what she's explaining, though, that she had to come over to stay the guy and then she slept there. She continued her explanation and she said that she told the guy that she's a single mother who got pregnant while she was in SS1 and that her parents are separated. And he insisted that he wants to marry her and show her how serious he was. He asked for either of her parents' account number to send money, and she gave him her mom's account number. She explained that she got home, her mother insisted she date the prophet first, and this led to a fight that attracted neighbors, and she accused her mom of wanting her to get married. She denied Prophet Divine's claim that she was the one who forced him to get married right away by claiming her family doesn't allow dating. That was what the guy said earlier. In his own explanation, which I had posted a few days ago, he said that it was the lady that claimed her parents are not even interested in her dating a man first, that they just want, once the man is serious, she should go ahead and marry. But now the lady is now explaining and saying that that is not the case. That's a different thing entirely from what the prophet had said. She further explained and said he was the one insisting he's a pastor and doesn't date. She also disputed the claim made by the prophet that her mother told him to come and see them alone without his family. Who are we to believe now? Meanwhile, the prophet said the mother told him that he shouldn't come with any family member, he should come alone. And that was exactly what he did. This is exactly what Happiness is now explaining and disputing what the prophet had explained earlier. Happiness even said that it was the other way around completely. She said her own family invited him to come and see them to collect the list, but he came alone. When they asked why, he claimed his family are evil and never supported him. This is a different story completely from what the prophet had said. In fact, there is more. She has more to say. Happiness continued and said her family then told the prophet that she is a student and if he's not ready to sponsor her education, he should go and return when she's done with schooling to now marry her. She said he insisted he wanted to marry her right away and will send her to school. And that was when the wedding now took place. However, she said that after the marriage, she began noticing things he had hidden from her, including lying about his father. She explained that it was only when her mother, who visited Delta State for her wedding, insisted she won't leave without seeing her in-laws, that Divine took them to see his father, who was bedridden with stroke. But he never mentioned anything about this, about the lady seeing his own father. Neither did he even mention that his father was sick. But why would somebody go to this extent to lie about yourself all in a bid to get a woman? Was this even necessary? These are very important things. Families need to know each other before they even say, yes, I do. But a situation where neither of the family members are even in the picture, should such marriage even happen in the first place? She even added that Divine also did strange things. These are the exact words coming from Happiness. She said this: do you know I've never seen him naked for once? If we want to sleep with each other, it's only at night in the dark. And he will just shift his underwear one side. If he wants to bathe, he will go into the bathroom clothed and come out clothed. I've never for one day seen how my husband's body looked like. These words came directly from Happiness, and she further went on explaining. She said Divine, that's the prophet, said when it was time for her to resume school and she told him, he tried to wiggle out of sponsoring her education and told her to meet her family to sponsor her. From then on, she said, he began verbally abusing her, telling her that he made a mistake marrying a single mother when there are many available single women without kids. Explaining how they separated, she said she was visiting her family in Port Harcourt when the prophet invited her family to visit his church in Delta for a meeting. Unknown to them, he had members waiting with weapons. On getting there with her mother, two uncles and her brother on July 25th, she said they were brutally attacked by members who accused her and her family of scamming their pastor. The attack left her mother bleeding profusely and her uncle had to be admitted to the hospital. But the prophet never mentioned this. That's why I keep asking this question: who do we now believe? Well, she further with her explanation and said when she got home, she said the prophet threw her out without most of her belongings and she returned to Port Harcourt with her family. She also said he's been threatening her life and that of her family since then and has also been tarnishing her image. She's advising single mothers, instead of you to marry a prophet, I would advise you to marry a native doctor. Divine is a fake prophet. These words came directly from Happiness. She also added, everything I say, I swear with my womb, it's the truth. So these are the words coming directly from Happiness because there was an interview which was held. They wanted to hear her own side of the story since the prophet had also given his explanation. But contrary to what the prophet has said, these are two different stories completely. Right now, what will be the conclusions? Guys, there's an audio that I'll be leaving behind so you can hear directly from Happiness. So please, after hearing from Happiness, whatever you think or you feel about this whole incident that has happened, please, you can put down your own comments below. Friends, but after hearing this from Happiness, do we think that the pastor was lying? Or do we think that Happiness is the one lying? And at the end, she's trying to swear to let people know that this is the whole truth about what had transpired. The first and the only thing which I know that both of them have said that seemed like something similar is the fact they met on Facebook, and that same week they met each other and she went to his place and spent the night where they had to talk, and then that was what led to them accepting to get married to each other. That's the only thing that seemed like it's the same. The thing here is, why would you meet a guy on Facebook for the first time, then you go and meet the man and even saying yes to a proposal? And why would you meet a woman for the first time, you don't even know anything about her, you now propose to her? These are the two things that would come up with regards to Happiness and the prophet divine. But friends, I'll be leaving the audio behind so you could hear directly from Happiness and make your own conclusions on what you feel or whom you even think is saying the truth. Because in all of this story, there's someone that is saying the truth, but how do we get to know or understand who is really saying the truth? It depends on what everyone would definitely conclude. In all of these conclusions, some of it will be similar, and in that situation, we would know probably whether the pastor divine is the one saying the truth or Happiness is the one saying the truth. Friends, please do not forget to leave your comments down below. Thank you for coming up today. Please don't forget to hit on the like button, also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you. God bless you all.
Good afternoon. I've been seeing the news flying everywhere and seeing people causes when they have not known the truth. They are not living the same house with us. They are there talking. Well, let me clear the air. I met Divine on Facebook on a post which yabaleftonline.com posted one man that said he got married to his 8-month girlfriend, which I now commented on that post, said it might not even reach up to 1 year, which Divine now picked that my comment and chatted me up on the 29th of March this year, 2021, which I did not give him feedback. Then, on 30th, and I replied him, what he said is that, are you really truly ready for marriage? Are you ready for marriage? Which I said, yes, that I'm ready for a serious and a ready man. So he now asked me if I can come to Abo, which I said yes. The following day, I left to Abo. I didn't even ask him for transportation, transfer fare. I used my own money to transport myself down to Abo. And before that, I told him that I don't know Abo. He said that when I get to Onitsha, yes, I will see motor that is going to Abo. I got there around 10:30 something, which is to 11. I said I should drop. There is one junction, they call it Oweke Junction, which he said I should drop. Then when I now get there, I called him. He came and picked me with his bike. That night, we didn't say anything. We didn't talk. We didn't do anything. Then the following day, he asked me to tell him about myself, which I did everything. I didn't hide any word told you everything. How my mom separated, how my mom and daddy are not together, how I gave birth when I was in SS1. How the other one man came to collect list on 2019. I told him everything. He said no problem. That I should send him my mom or my dad account number to deposit 50,000 naira to show that he is very serious about marriage, which I gave him my mom's own. He went out and deposited 50,000 naira to my mom account, which I called my mom. I asked her if she see any alert of 50,000 naira. She said yes. I told her that, okay, when I return to Port Harcourt, I will tell her everything. She said, okay. Then the same day I left, he gave me transportation, 9,000 naira. So I came back. When I came back, I told my mom everything. What my mom said is, I would have go on a date with that young man, even if it's 3 months. I said no, that I want to marry him. That is my husband. She said she know why. I said no. I now hook my mom. Some neighbors have to come. I was shouting that my mom don't want me to get married, that I must marry. So that one is bygone. And now my mother now asked me, okay, the man that said that you want to marry, won't you invite him for them to know whether a human being or a ghost? I said, okay, which I called Divine and told him what my mom said, that they want to see him. He said, okay, but he doesn't know Port Harcourt very well. I said, don't worry, I will direct you. He said, no, I should not direct him, that I should come so that from there we both will come back together to Port Harcourt. I said, okay, which the next day I went. I left to Abo. I went to Abo. So we spent a day there. The following day, we now returned to Port Harcourt. When he came, my mom, my junior brother, two of my uncle, we are there that day. They asked him, when they talked to him, they asked him, you came to marry. What about people that you came with? He said that his people are evil. When he is coming up on his ministry as a prophet, that none of them supported him. That was why he did not want anybody to accompany him to come and marry. That he don't want anybody that bewitch his early marriage. My mother's okay. First of all, if I told him that I'm still in school, he said yes. My mom now asked him again, if I told him that I have gotten admission for HND and which I have paid for my acceptance fee 40,500 naira, he said yes, that I told him everything. My mom now told him that if he will not see me through in my HND, that he should go when I'm through with my school, that he should come back and do the rightful thing. He said no, that he's capable. Even which my brothers put mouth, he said he's capable. Okay, we now leave that side. He said that my mother's okay, that my father is still alive. Oh, he will go and see my father in Abia State. That is about precisely. He said okay, that he will go. My mom now called my junior brother to follow him and go, which they went there. And before he came, everything he said, he has sent 100,000, making everything 150,000. 50,000 before plus 100,000 later is 150,000. So they now left. As they got there, they talk. He said, my father, he came back and told you that my father asked him why I did not come. He told you that he had said, I will not come. That one is bygone. Then we left, both of us left to Abo to prepare for our marriage, which he said that he want to do court marriage. I asked him,